Alright, we are... What are we doing now?
Alright then.
I think we're just waiting a day or two. So let's go see what some people are doing. What about you, Hulkenberg? Let's get everybody to level 2.
Hmm. Ah, 'tis you.
I know there's very little left to do, but wait, yet that has me more restless than
Hail.
anything. Ah, that's right. Have you a moment to talk?
The truth is...
Sure. Lately, I have felt a great pressure weighing on me. It made me difficult to stay level-headed. I hope I might have your counsel. It must be dealt with swiftly, lest it affect my performance. How would you cope with such burdens? I'd read a
I
book.
see.
A book. The mind does tend to clear when you're fully absorbed in something. Though myself, I've always preferred the sword more to the page. Care to join me in a round of sword play? Your technique is self-taught, I presume. This seems a fine opportunity to start you on some formal training. I like that. Sure.
All right.
In that case, we shall need some training swords. To the weapon shop. Can we just use sticks so you don't beat the crap out of me?
All right.
A fine balanced weapon. No, tis for training only. But you never know it from the grip and swing. Tis most nostalgic. I once trained with that blade when I had just become a royal guardswoman myself. 'Twas not long after joining that I was assigned to the prince's retinue. So I was desperate to improve. I was younger even than you are now, and notably unskilled. Each night I would slip past our commander's watch, join a comrade of mine in the dark, and spar with him until our hands were calloused and blistered.
Certainly.
Some bouts I won, some I lost. Yet, despite all the times we crossed blades, we never did see who was the better. Sounds like a worthy opponent.
Well...
Nothing less. It was thanks to him that I improved by leaps and bounds. We swore we'd become royal knights worthy of the title, rise to the heights of the order. We'd be champions.
Surely you jest.
God above, Hulkenberg, is that you? Oh god, is that him? So it is you. You've returned.
Rotanth?
Rodanth. What a coincidence. I was just speaking of a comrade and rival, and this is the self-same man. And who is this pup? A friend of hers.
Nice to meet you.
You associate with this boy? Disgraceful.
Hmm?
What do you mean? I mean, I'm taken back. You indulged the company of this elder brat? You, once a proud member of the knighthood? Why does that strike you so?
Absurd.
I suppose like attracts like. The dirt suits a fallen knight.
You!
What? Oh, calm yourself. The commander of the Royal Knights is well within his bound to judge you of your failures.
What?
Commander? You mean yourself?
Yes.
While you wandered as vagrant, I earned both our share of honors. So I see.
And?
And you? Clearly you already given up on pulling yourself any higher. What has occupied you instead? I pursue a mission, one that far outweighs any glory found in the Order.
Whoops.
Ah, of course. When you couldn't save the prince, any dignity you had as a royal guard was, well, and duly snuffed, wasn't it? I suppose you had little choice but to cling to your search for his shadow. How dare you? Choose your words with care. No need, I have nothing more to say. You disappoint me.
Sorry.
My apologies, I'm sorry you had to see that. Are you okay?
Listen.
Just kind to ask. I do understand his anger. 'Twas by my choice that our promised path diverged, after all. But we could not afford to lose sight of our priorities. Let us fight onward in the name of His Royal Highness. This is the path I walk now. Yeah, let him talk all the crap he wants. The prince is alive, and you're protecting him. While he's betraying him, basically.
I have not the luxury of regret.
Ooh, okay. Thank you.
Pardon me.
Begging your pardon, but how do you know that fellow who just left?
Hmm?
Merely an old friend. You don't say. Well, see you around.
Very well.
Well, let's leave other
Yes.
training for another time. 100 drills or 1,000 swings. 'Twill take an unsparing regiment, indeed, to purge this distraction. Oh god, she's gonna kick my ass. $900? Where'd I get that from? Can I still talk to people? I can. I can talk to her.
Hmm.
Well, I'll not loiter in a store.
Ah, just you.
Have you come to work? What's my bond looking like? Oh, is it not going to tell me, like, you can do something and something?
Now then.
Here's the leash. Today's job is to walk it. It's been itching to get out lately. Keeps making a fuss. Walk it around the capital so it quiets down and gets the energy out of it. You can't be seen coming in and out of here. You've got no questions? Then get to it. Okay, so I just need to walk the dog around? Took the dog without anyone seeing and walked her around the capital. Who's a good doggy?
Hmm.
Seems to have taken a liking to you.
But
I could hear it from downstairs. Don't get too excited. This is on you too, dog. A simple walk shouldn't be enough for you to let your guard down. It's proof. Are you jealous? Nah, it's proof that she's smart.
Listen,
oh,
I trusted you unconditionally, sight unseen, and you think that makes it smart? Sure, whatever you say.
hopeless.
I've never liked this thing ever since the first time I laid eyes on it. It was on the side of the road, buried from the neck down, head bleeding too, probably hit by a rock.
It's over.
Could have given up and died, but it looked at me in the eyes and whimpered. I hated the sight of it. You hated it?
Hmm?
Hate's a strong word. Why hate?
In those days.
I was once a stray myself. My earliest memory was fighting a dog over a scrap of meat covered in dirt and then getting bitten for my trouble. Wherever I went, I only found hunger and violence, so I robbed and stole everything and anything. I fought. I survived.
It's a living hell.
really?
I'd never have guessed to see who you are now. What am I doing? Talk to a child about this.
Just a fantasy.
Just like that dog, I let my guard down like a fool. Never mind, forget I said anything. Understood?
Sure.
Yes.
Good. While we're on the subject, a word of advice.
Listen.
This world is a bottomless hell, a bog of endless muck. And if you trust another person to keep you afloat in it, you'll feel the same sludge close over your head
Don't
soon
ever
enough.
forget that.
To survive, you need the strength to make your way through that muck. Nobody can do it for you, and indeed, nobody else should. You need your own strength. And I'd say that's well within your powers.
Therefore,
In addition, I'd like to provide one other reward. I'm sure you're aware that the man in town tasked for exchanging... Yeah? Okay. So we get more mag for... We get more money for our mag now?
no pain can
Level
stop
3.
me now. Even then,
I shouldn't be the only one talking. You owe me some secrets of your own. Uh-oh. Grius tried to kill Luis, did he not? Then I imagine you are aiming for the same thing.
you there.
What are your true motives? What are you aiming to do? To improve the country.
That's...
I want to better this country. Your true motives, I said. Though, well, I suppose it's not impossible. You really do mean that. I can't just tell you the prince is alive. I can't tell what you're thinking after all, but I'll expose your true nature eventually.
I'm off.
That's all for today. Bye, doggy. We'll call him Terry.
It would seem that disaster was averted.
Oh. Alright. Here we go. This is the day of calamity.
Right then. Today's Forden's big announcement.
Oh wait, that's the
Wonder what he's
announcement. Never mind.
planning. I guess the church has to have some reaction to all that stuff the king said.
Whatever it is, Luis won't be able to just ignore it. This might be a day that goes down in history.
Ladies and gents, lend me your ears. Sanctifex Forden has spoken. The giant face in the sky, the massive rocks appearing throughout the land, and the mysterious voice claiming to be the past king. The Sanctus Church has officially recognized these happenings as the will of His Royal Majesty.
So it really is His Majesty.
And so, as His Majesty has decreed, whoever has gained the greatest trust of the people by the day of decision shall be our new king. This is a historic moment, good citizens. It's revolutionary. It's unprecedented. No matter who you are, you can take the throne.
Anyone?
Even me?
If, and this is a big if, you are the person that all our people trust most in their hearts.
Maybe you could be king yourself, eh? You're popular enough.
Me, in charge? Well, that's the last thing this country needs. Right, let's review what we know, shall we? First, the new faces that have appeared on the rock. It shows us who's foremost in the running. We've worked out that much. The top 3 of the lot are also shown in the sky. Suppose that way you can see their inspiring faces anytime, anywhere.
Hold on. How's us common folk supposed to stand a chance against all these upper crusters?
Say you do become popular. With your face clear for all to see, surely that'd make you a prime target for assassination.
Not quite, friend. Not quite. A valid concern, but one His Majesty prepared for. Popular aspirants, at least those who make it onto the rock, are protected by royal magic. Assassinations off the table. Magic chains will spring to life and bind anyone who tries. I saw it happen with my own eyes to Count Luis's sorry assailant.
So, literally anyone could be king? Even a pauper? Or a slave? Or a criminal?
Hold on. You mean to say we might not be ruled by Clamar? What does that mean for us?
Right, I've said my piece. You know all I know. Now go forth, ladies and gents, and spread the word. Whether you're from our fair capital or the middle of nowhere, the crown's within your grasp. Anyone in the land could be our next king.
I heard the announcement. The church has chosen to recognize this face's words as crown sent and shall abide by them.
They conceded that one quickly. Though I suppose it's a hard thing to deny, what with the royal palace hanging up there in the clouds.
Had they rushed a coronation for His Eminence Forden, it would have dashed any hope of reinstating His Highness. A small comfort.
I can tell from your face there's some bad news too.
Do you recall those chains that froze Alsace in place? It seems that too was part of His Majesty's magic. Plainly, any candidates of sufficient favor cannot be deposed by force.
That's not good.
No, 'tis not indeed. This marks Luis as nigh untouchable. I will still seek to find him. Yet, even should we stand before the man himself, we could not kill him.
No! If we can't kill him, then how do we break the curse?
What the hell was the king thinking? Grius was trying to save his son. He died for it.
Even so, without this magic, no aspirant would be safe from assassination, leaving Luis to dominate through sheer martial strength. We appear to be at an impasse.
Everyone, have you seen Maria?
Did something happen?
I checked her room and she isn't there. She wouldn't just leave without telling anyone. I couldn't deal with losing both of them.
I'll go look for her.
You will? Thank you. When I think of what might happen to her...
If she left her room on her own, she must have had some reason.
Let's go search for her. If we head into town, we might find some clues.
Where?
Alright, nothing
Kidding!
bad better have happened to her.
Ridiculous.
Go, go, go.
Oi there!
Unstinking believable.
What you need?
Are we not allowed to
All right.
See where to go?
Ridiculous.
Aha. I'm just...
Okay.
Stop that at once!
No, hard.
Damn.
I don't know where to go though.
Indeed.
What? I'm just...
Aha.
Can I be the king?
Ah, heck.
Oh, me?
Believe it. I can't
Come on.
believe it.
Where is the child?
What's it all got to do with us, anyway? Aha.
Hey,
Hey,
mister.
have you seen a child? Damn it, child. Child, where's the child?
Hey, listen.
How to handle it?
Hey! You sound like
Alright, we have a destination now. I knew if I talked to someone, someone would say something.
I'm out of ideas.
Let's go.
Ridiculous.
what's going on?
Well then, if you
Him?
Crown now.
Keep dreaming, fella.
Hello there.
Do you know that half-blood girl? You can't let a girl like that walk around. You're just asking for trouble. She went inside. The way our eyes looked, I'd not be the one to stop her now. She's been coming to pray for a while. I know how many glares she gets. She's been praying for her dad where he died.
Huh? Why?
Everyone was worried about you.
Sorry. Papa hasn't come home. And I always come here whenever I'm feeling lonely. One time he came here to get me. I remember because he called my name. But I pray, and he still doesn't come back. Maybe because the cathedral's broken?
Maria.
Miss Fabienne says Papa can't come home anymore. But I know Papa's gone away. He's gone somewhere I'll never see him again. Hasn't he? It's going to be so lonely. The loneliest it's ever been. But I have to be strong, don't I? But if it gets any lonelier, I don't know if I can do it.
I'm sorry. I promised we'd all come back together.
Why does everyone always leave? Mum was sick. The king and prince are gone. And now Papa? Why does everyone always leave? Is it my fault? I really did my best to be a good girl, but...
That's not why.
He's right, Maria. It's not your fault at all.
Listen to me, all right? Your father, he was fighting a very bad man. We were with him, but we couldn't protect him. I'm sorry.
I remember Papa saying something like that. He said, a really bad man might be our king. Is that part of it?
It'll work out somehow. I'm sure of it.
I hope the next king is as nice as you. Then maybe things won't always be so sad.
I think I understand the king's intentions now. Maybe this is the sort of tragedy he was trying to end. Maybe he wanted a world where the crown goes to one who acts like a king ought to. Not whoever's willing to spill the most blood to do it.
You may be right, but much as we wish it, this is not a fight that might be ended through words alone.
Even so, we have to try.
Maria, you're safe. Oh, you had me worried sick.
Sorry for leaving on my own.
No, it's all right.
Miss Fabienne, I'm hungry.
Maria. Yes, that's right. Let's all sit down for some supper together. Thank you for finding her.
It looks like she's worked things out.
She's a strong girl.
But we've more troubles ahead. How now do we resolve this curse upon His Highness?
If Luis is the curse's caster, we've got to kill him to dispel it. So how do we do that if he's shielded by the king himself?
I wish I could report back, but the prince is still asleep, and we're losing time. I don't think going back to the village is an option.
We cannot lose faith yet. There must be some further course we can pursue.
Well, there's the church's announcement. I expect they're trying to stop a wave of rival candidates from flooding the standings. I doubt the church would accept this popularity contest if they didn't already have a plan to game it.
True enough. I can only wonder at their aims. For today, we should content ourselves with rest and recovery.
Sorry, did I wake you? Laying here, I always end up caught in my own thoughts. Grius and Maria. The prince. Just thinking in circles again. Not good, is it?
Let's think about it together.
Keeping me company, are you? You really are a strange one. My kind of strange, if I'm honest. That book, is that the novel you're always carrying around? Feels like months ago now that I spotted you buried in it on the carriage ride to the fort.
Want to read it?
If you don't mind, since we've finally some room to breathe.
It's a really good book, apparently.
Oh, interesting. It's written through the lens of a fictional land. This bit's about the Utopia's security. In this world, there is no blood-stained contest for sovereignty. The people choose their sovereign from among themselves. One cannot put a sovereign to the sword to seize power. Such an act would be met with scorn and judged as murder. Taking power or wealth by force is seen as the most shameful of transgressions. Couldn't be further from reality, could it? We've a Kingslayer on the brink of seizing the throne right now. And this idea of competing for public support. Here it sounds so commonplace, but the idea's thrown us all into chaos. Interesting. Perhaps I'm overthinking, but it sounds almost like the aim of the king's magic. You suppose there's some common inspiration? Still, I don't imagine this would turn out well in the real world. In public opinion, tribal perspective always divides us. Besides, does a decision made by the people guarantee it's right? Tribal squabbles aren't always political. Take us Clamars, for example. It can be hard for us to see outside the bubble of our own worldview. We're the majority, and the tribe of the royal bloodline besides. That privilege can make us insensitive. A problem with no easy solution, I fear. Lofty words. I can hardly come to terms with my own ideals. Still, the discussions helped clear my head a little. Thank you. I've been so fixated on killing Luis, but maybe we could look into whether that's really the only way to lift the curse. Sleep should come easier now. I think I'll give it another chance. Wait, how long have you been asleep?
Ha! Little did you know, I went to sleep the second I gave you
Time
the book.
marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Okay. But now what? We don't really have anything to go off of now.
Ladies and gents, have you heard the news? The curtain's about to rise on the show of a lifetime. To choose our new ruler, we're going to give all of you a chance to take center stage in a show of power for the whole kingdom. And we call it the Tournament for the Throne! Our aspirants will set out on a grand tour of the 3 allied nations' capitals, taking part in a variety of exciting trials. First, we have the Exhibition of the Brave. Slay a monster plaguing our fair people and bring its head to Oceania's capital in time. Biggest find takes the win. Official word is, this event's open to all. So what do you think, ladies and gents? Are you in it to watch, or in it to win?
Alright, so we need to find the biggest monster we
Stroll?
can.
Why call us so early in the morning? What is that journal?
I had Fabienne bring it up. Something occurred to me, so I asked her to go through Grius' personal effects.
Hey, looks like he was investigating the curse too.
There's a note here. Given the spell's complexity, it must have required a scribed formula.
You mean to suggest Luis possesses a written composition of the curse somewhere? And if we can find that...
Yes! I'd wager, even if we can't kill Luis, we might still have a shot at breaking the curse.
But that attack took place years ago, didn't it? This curse's formula could be lost for good.
We have little choice but to hope it's not. I'm not saying it would be easy. And the real trick will be finding it. We wouldn't leave it unprotected.
That reminds me. A crier for the church was handing these out.
A flyer for the Tournament for the Throne. This popularity contest is state-sponsored now. An interesting gamble for those politicians. I like the bit about all this being in the interest of fairness, those weasels. But saying it's being organized by the state. The throne's empty. This smells like the theocracy at work. Probably Forden himself.
You think Forden's looking to fix the competition in his favor? He's been in first place this whole time.
In the interest of fairness, remember? If he wins a fair race, he gets legitimized, and Luis gets put on the back foot.
That bodes ill. Those with existing support could easily solidify their claim. Even should His Highness wake, he may lose the throne.
If we don't hurry and find a way to get close to Luis, we're sunk. What are we supposed to do?
Let's enter this tournament for the throne.
Huh? Hey, were you even listening to us?
Hear me out, hear me out.
The prince isn't exactly in a position to take part in...
Wait. It sounds crazy, but I think he might be onto something there. This could be just the excuse we need to get close to Luis. He doesn't care about your tribe so long as you prove capable, yes? That's what Zorba was saying. Which means, even though the world looks down on you as an elder, having the power to kill humans puts you in his good graces.
You're going to make him a candidate for the throne?
If all we need to do is get Luis's attention, then that's sure to get the job done. If we're lucky, he might even try to recruit us.
I see. An undercover operation, is it? Quite a gambit. But it may well be our best chance at finding this formula.
Just hold on a second. Getting Luis's attention is all well and good. But remember who's actually risking their life here.
What do you think? Having heard all this, do you want to enter the running?
Of course I do.
No hesitation at all.
Right. In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. No matter who someone is, they deserve a fair country. If it's to help achieve that, I will stand for the prince as a candidate for the throne.
Sheesh. So much for being a guide. Now you're the one leading me around.
Your resolve has marked you a fine fit for the role. I have trusted you with my life before, and would gladly do so again.
I inherited his journal.
Good heavens. Haven't you put yourself in enough danger? Listen
Not
to me.
nearly enough.
I don't want you going down the same path he did. Are you really this set on running off again?
I have to carry on his legacy.
I see. Well, I'm sure he'd be glad to hear it. I'll be cheering for you in this mess of a competition. Truth be told, I wish I could do more than feed and shelter you.
What's the competition?
It's a big, grand race to see who will be the next king. The whole country will be watching.
So you're going to try and become king? Wow! Then I'll cheer for you as loud as I can.
Thank you, Maria.
You have your first advocate, it seems.
Yes.
Suppose you'll have to actually try for the throne now, eh? Your Majesty.
Oh, God damn it. You're right.
I hadn't thought of that.
Is it even possible?
I
Well,
mean,
if we
maybe.
want Luis to notice you, we'll have to make quite a stir among the people. Maybe reaching for the throne will do it.
Does that mean you're not coming back?
No, we'll be back. Although we might be a while.
I don't like when it gets lonely.
Maria.
I'll read a book to you.
But I'll be cheering for you. I hope you win the race. You'd be a good king.
We'll see each other again.
You better not forget.
We'll read more of my book, Maria.
Now, we'd best get registration out of the way, but we'll need some legs for the journey. It's mostly lawless wastes between cities.
Judging by this specified deadline, we're unlikely to reach the Principality of Oceana's capital in time on foot.
I bet all these fancy nobles have their own gauntlet runners to ride in.
A carriage might save our chances, if we could find one. Perhaps we split up for now. I'll leave you two to the registration. They should be taking entrance at the recruitment center.
This should be the place, right?
Excuse us, we're looking to join the tournament for the throne.
Aye? Bit young, ain't ya? And who's the kid? He with you?
I'm the one entering.
You? Really?
I've not heard of any age restrictions. There a problem?
Well, I'd not have thought it, but you're an elder, ain't ya? And you want to be king. Well, the novelty of it might win you some looks.
There you go.
Could you
Give
just
him
do your
bonus
job,
points.
please? Can he register or not?
Damn, Stroll, relax.
Ah, an elder.
Uh-oh.
Now that I think of it, weren't you in that pack of recruits that went off to the northern fort? Thought I heard they were all wiped out.
Oh, shit.
What? We got a deserter turning up.
No, they said he'd just dragged the company down, so they left him at the capital. He, got on the captain's bad side.
Could swear I've seen you before, too. Well, hardly matters with no captain to verify it with. Go on, then. You can represent the lesser tribes so nobody complains.
Whew. That was a close one.
And, obviously, you're gonna need a carriage. Otherwise, the whole thing's off for you. You're obligated to attend the opening ceremony tomorrow. It'll be at the plaza at the Grand Cathedral. Don't be late.
We'll have to hope Hulkenberg can find us a carriage.
As for us, I expect we should see about finding a monster to slay. If it's not impressive enough, Luis won't look twice at you.
Some postings over there. They should be offering bounties on monsters the guard can't handle. Let's take a look.
Looks like everyone else had the same idea.
One of these bounties is bound to make me stand out.
But which? Bigger is probably better.
Hang on! There's nothing but small-time contracts here.
Are you lot here for this tournament, then? Bit slow, I'm afraid. Most of my worthiest monster bills have already been snapped up by other competitors.
How about requests on anything aside from monsters? Bounties include criminals too, right?
I suppose I've got one of those, yeah.
Let's see. Ugh, he's horrible. Heisme, a villainous kidnapper. Looks like the army's been trying to catch him for a while now.
This might just be perfect.
Whoa. You have any idea who that is?
Nope.
That man's an elite. An ex-royal knight, they say. He'd make short work of a scrawny little urchin. You can be sure of that. Besides,
The hell's your little
didn't
cat
you hear
dog
what
thing
it is
there?
they're actually looking for?
Oh, of course. It's about whoever can bring in the biggest monster head, right?
If you imbeciles can't even get that straight, you've no chance at winning. They want kingly types, not children play acting.
Stuck-up little... Is that the kind of competition we can expect?
He was right about the rules, though. What are you thinking?
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
We're supposed to get a monster's head. So why are you going for a criminal? Any idea what he's up to?
Maybe it's because we don't actually have to win?
Sharp as always, Captain.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll explain everything later.
I trust
As
you,
long
Stroll.
as you can convince Hulkenberg, I guess.
You're my
Ho
Zorro.
there! Are you really taking the bounty on Heisme? You three must be heaven sent. Please, would you listen to our plight? Your pardon, gentlemen. I'm Barton, a guard captain for Matira, a town to the south. The bounty on Heisme is up at my behest.
A guard captain? This fellow's made some powerful enemies.
We can't afford lenience. On top of his past crimes, Heisme has stooped to abducting our wee ones. Our children. Selling them off, some say. If our city becomes known for nightly disappearances, what sane resident would stay? Community and trade will dwindle and die.
But he's just a lone kidnapper, right? Even if he's some infamous criminal, why can't the guard handle it?
That's the trouble. He makes his hideout somewhere too dangerous for our soldiers to tread. Deep in the territory of vicious giant worms. We've no idea how he manages to operate out there without getting devoured himself.
I see. Tricky problem indeed.
I'd no choice but to swallow my pride and post a bounty. Yet no matter how many times I renew the bill, none have taken it. A pitiful sight, isn't it? A soldier who can't protect his home, whether by strength or by surrender. Laugh if you must.
We just want to help you.
You only cast away your honor in the name of protection. Nothing pitiful in that. Swallow your pride no more, man. We'll take your contract.
Thanks to you. That you'd accept such a perilous request, even with this tournament looming over everything. Closure. Thank you all. And thank God for bringing you to me. In that case, we shall meet in Matira, the old castle town. Please, make haste.
Well, no backing out of this now. You sure this is what we want?
Way I see it, if we want to make a big impact this late, it's going to take some creativity. Besides, this is apparently a knight-turned-kidnapper. The man can't be allowed to go on. What would His Royal Highness do in our place?
I guess that's fair.
I'll convince Hulkenberg. Somehow. You go on and accept the contract.
That isn't the only part to it, though. There was a whole other part. But that's where I'm going to be ending this episode. Hope y'all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more Metaphor ReFantazio.